Down in the old western town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. I really love that song. It's a beautiful song. Anyway. Oh, yeah, dude. I can't believe I've buried this, actually. Oh, shit. I should have reported on this way, way long ago. Oh, fuck. I totally forgot about this. So at a, TP USA, what is that? Turning Point USA, right? So the mask slipped off at a Turning Point USA event in Idaho earlier this week. Typically, these events is a question and answer section with Charlie Kirk or one of his lieutenants, where rank and file attendees can pose any question to the listener. One attendee asked a question that made the crowd cheer. How many elections are they going to steal before we kill these people? Here's the transcript. You're brave. You're brave for what you say. And the fact that you stand up there and say it, and I appreciate it. I think we all appreciate it, actually, because there's not a lot of people that have the balls to do it. But I want to ask you something a little bit out of the ordinary, so prepare yourself. At this point, we're living under corporate and medical fascism. This is tyranny. When do we get to use the guns? No, and that's not a joke. I'm not saying it like that. I mean literally. Where's the line? How many elections are they going to steal before we kill these people? Charlie Kirk's response. Hold on, no, stop, because they're clapping. People are clapping at this, right? Now I'm going to denounce that, and I'm going to tell you why. So Charlie Kirk's got a brain in his head. Because you're playing into all their plans, and they're trying to make you do this. That's okay, just hear me out. You started with a compliment, so give me a bit. The booing, right? They're trying to provoke you, and everyone here. They are trying to make you do something that will be violent, that will justify a takeover of your freedoms and liberties, the likes of which we have never seen. We are close to and his response, they're already doing it. Hold on. We're close to having momentum to be able to get this country back on a trajectory using peaceful means that we have at us. Now, I am actually with Kirk on this idea that we should not be using violence. Let me be extremely explicit. This is a communist channel. They are going to use the idea that I am using authoritarian violence as a way to silence me. So I need to explicitly state it many times. I do not think that violent revolution is the path, and I don't think it would work. Peaceful revolution will. Peaceful protest and revolt and non-participation, right? Will. So Kirk is correct. Now, here's where it turns. Okay? There's a turning point, USA, in this. How's that? Pun intended. And I know that people get fired up. They fear, let me say this very clearly, they fear us holding the line with self-control and discipline, taking over school board meetings. They are the ones that are willing to use federal force against us. That's the reason why violence won't work. Because the state knows how to speak in the language of violence. It understands how to use the language of violence very clearly. It doesn't know what to do if you are moving forward in peace. If you are being obstructionist, if you're digging your heels in, if you're surrounding the halls of power, doesn't know what they do. But Charlie Kirk also exists to diffuse power as well, and you'll see. We are living under fascism. We are living under this tyranny. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Right? So the right understands what the problem is. Never forget this. This is very important. The right understands what is happening. They don't know what to do about it. Okay? So we agree up until this point. And then there's a turning point where we diverge. And Charlie Kirk, his job is to take people down paths to diffuse their power while simultaneously acknowledging the truth of their situation. But if you think for a second that they're not wanting you all to all of a sudden get to the next level where they're going to say, okay, we need Patriot Act 2.0, If you think that you know Waco is bad, wait till you see they want to do next. What I'm saying is that we have a very fragile balance right now at our current time where we must exhaust every single peaceful mean possible. I will say this, Idaho has not even started to exercise the peaceful means of state sovereignty against the federal government. So his solution is to take over states and take over state power through electoral processes. That's what Charlie Kirk is doing. His attempt is to funnel people away from the streets, away from surrounding the halls of power, right? And to funnel them instead into the halls of power where their power can be diffused. That's Charlie Kirk's job and his role. And he's doing an extremely good job of it. The governor of Idaho could sign an executive order that says there are no vaccine mandates for private or public for anyone. It's not going to happen. He could do it right now. Number two, the governor of Idaho. So it's all about taking over the governorship, right? Yeah, balkanize America. Exactly, Victini. You've nailed it. Good to see you, by the way. You think this regime has all of a sudden sprung into action? Wait until they get what they want. They want that. Why would we give it to them? I just want to know, where's the line? The line is when we exhaust every single one of our state ability to push back against what's happening. We haven't even started, right? I think we're teetering at the edge of a regime that knows that good and decent Americans are going to get to the place in the movie Network. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore, right? Well, there's a deeper game at play. And so the whole part, and then this is the critique, and what annoys me about the critique of this is that it excludes the reality that, like, Kirk is correct and the right is correct, okay, when they are talking about what is happening. That America has fallen into fascism, right? It has fallen into all of this. But what do you do about it, right? Well, Kirk's prescription is, oh, we'll just take over state legislatures. As if the billionaire class cares about that at all. As if the billionaire class isn't going to get exactly what it wants. So all he's doing is taking angry people who are saying out loud, when do we start shooting? And he's taking those angry people and funneling them down passages that will not work, that will fail, and will result in these people growing more and more frustrated and eventually starting to shoot. The only solution we have left, is to organize peaceful protests to surround the halls of power permanently. There is no other solution left to us. We don't have another option. If we start shooting, they will shoot back, and they've got nukes and tanks. That's not an option. Historically, the evidence shows us that the far more effective strategy is to surround the halls of power with thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people, and to keep them there until we get what we demand. Kirk is right when he says if we start shooting, they'll shoot back. He is wrong when he says the way forward is to diffuse power into an electoral system that has already been completely corrupted. That's only going to make the problem worse. We have to surround the halls of power. There is not another option. And if you think that there is, you're fooling yourself. That if you manage to build a large enough movement to actually get people into halls of power and get seats and get all this kind of stuff, they would just do away with it. We have to surround the halls of power. There is no other option. Yeah, if you made it to this point, please like, share, and subscribe. I've got a Patreon down below. Please support leftist voices. We have been couped. There's been a coup d'etat. We are owned by owners who want to throw us into wage slavery. Come to my live stream, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single weekday. Have a cry about it, right? Challenge me on it. Talk to me about it. Because not talking about it, like our media doesn't, isn't helping us. Good luck. We're going to need it.